Black force, we the tag team. It's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes, like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all the paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts, like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black cozy man, I don't add green. Don't give you all you need, no more caffeine. Goes down the whole set. No more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. The girl got a problem with me and get at me. I'm tired to a bumper. Now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me. You old as jalopy. This is past me. I got it for the copy. Caught up on film, full tracks is sloppy. Trying to attack me. You a carbon copy. Hard to heat like 70 blocks. And I charge for the look. Put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops. While I look at my watch, all hands on deck like the top on the clock. Task force, black force, we the tag team. It's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes, like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all the paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts, like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.
My grass cut low and catching glimpses of snakes. Devil in serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, they hate tripping and make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a bro. Take it for granted, she be gone in the people's school. Better put your plan in action, niggas do to use the whole. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in his cell like a mobile phone. Go fuck the cop any wicked, you just was just fuck. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push it. Bullets loaded sight up in that magazine. Bringing nightmare to American dreams.
Task force, black force, we the tag team. It's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes, like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all the paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts, like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all our black kings.
Yeah. What up? Y'all already know what it is. Ain't Real Talk podcast in the session. You hear me in the building, I should say. This is your man about town, Virgil, a.k.a. Scott with the Fact. And y'all know we tuned in to another episode. Ain't Real Talk podcast. Podcast. Right? Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. What's good with y'all, man? Y'all already know what it is, man. We in the building. That track right there, that's Black Kings. You understand what I'm saying? Prodigal Son, what it do, man? That's that song Black Kings by my brother Nauseous, featuring my brother Glitch the Guarantee off of their album, group album, The Butcher Boys, Black Friday. You know what I'm talking about? Or actually, my bad, that's off of Nauseous album, The Sickness 2. Right? Matter of fact, I'm going to do this right here for y'all one time. You know what I'm talking about? And y'all can go, you know, whenever this app don't be acting crazy. You understand? Whatever it don't be acting crazy and they want to cooperate, y'all can go on over there, you know what I'm saying, and download the Brethren album. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? How y'all doing today, though, man? What's good? It's acting crazy right now. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all doing, man? You already know, man, we in the building today, man. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have this conversation. You know, I know a lot of people may be feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You know? Because over here at A Real Talk Podcast, man, we don't do feelings as far as like taking your feelings into consideration when we're discussing the truth. Your feelings don't matter. My feelings don't matter. My truth don't matter. Your truth don't matter. The only thing that matters over here at A Real Talk Podcast and A Real Talk Media, LLC, right? Only thing that matters is the truth. I don't care about your truth. I'm never going to speak on mine. I'm only going to speak on the truth. That's the only truth that ever matters. Right? And y'all know we're going to get to it tonight, man. Before I even get into tonight, XL Pro, what it do, man? Right? Before I even get into tonight's show, man, right? Real talk, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this, brethren and sister, right? I'm gonna say this before we even get in to tonight's show. You feel me? Before we even get into it, I'm gonna say this, right? This is not a live stream dedicated to, geared towards, or focused on clowning, Obsidian, being intentionally disrespectful to Obsidian. This is not even like focused on him as a man and person himself. Because like I say, I don't know this guy. I don't know a lot of y'all. I don't know y'all. So I'm really not going to speak on y'all from that aspect. I'm not so much speaking on Obsidian, but I'm speaking on the psyche, the behavior, the mentality, right? The ideology of the so-called non-select man or male, right? Now, of course, I'm going to be using, Obsidian as a statement piece, so to speak, as a point of reference, if you would, right, as pertaining to the subject matter which we're about to be discussing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do my fault. Let me come back up. So that's why I tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let me just make this not so much of a disclaimer, but just telling y'all some real shit though, man, because I'm not one of these dudes that sit up here and just, talk shit about another guy as if I know them personally. I'm merely speaking on what I see. But having the experience in my life that I had, being around certain type of guys, I know you dudes. I don't have to know you personally. I don't have to be able to call you on the jack. I know you dudes. I've been around. I've been here. I've been there. I've been to and fro. You understand what I'm saying? I had a lot of life experience. I've been to Philadelphia plenty of times. I got peoples in Philadelphia, right? And I say that to say that I just know, dude, I know how us men think from all ranges. I know how you square ass, lame ass, non-select, really lame, no coochie getting dudes think. And I know how you super highfalutin, so-called high value, high earning, whatever. I know how y'all think too. I also know how guys like myself, who's somewhere in that median range, I know how we think too. So I just wanted to make that clear. Hold on, I'm about to roll up real quick, y'all. I just wanted to come up and say that real quick, man, because I know a lot of people probably seen this and was thinking like, oh, he about to go in on Obsidian. Like, nah, right? And if you happen to be watching or listening to Obsidian, this ain't like, I ain't gonna say that. It's not intended as such. So if you take this as being disrespect, that's on you, bruh. Right? You hear me? I'm mad. That could be argued, prodigal son. That could be argued. So I just want to make that clear, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this to get clout. I am the goddamn clout. Huh? What y'all niggas talking about, man? Goddamn Virgil Berry, man. Starts with the facts. Out of Columbus, Ohio, man. I'm the clout. Right? So this ain't about no clout. This ain't about no numbers or getting subs or people to like or shares or views or none of that. Because if that's the case, I'd have been putting you niggas' names and titles. Right? That's not the point. The point is we, as a whole, must be honest and we must address certain things and when they rear their ugly heads. And this is a topic of discussion that needs to be had, and not only needs to be had, but it needs to be broken down. It needs to be deciphered and dissected. You understand what I'm saying? It needs to be explained to a certain extent to where we don't have no, we ain't making no mistakes. There's not a confusion going on this terminology, right? Right? Do we over and or out understand each other, man? I hope we do, man. Seriously, because you know what I mean. Like I said, man, Obsidian got a few books. That's a New York Times bestseller. That's some game he could put us up on how to go about writing a book, doing it, and what all entails in writing a book. See, when it comes to these broads, though, man, Obsidian and a lot more you dudes need to shut the hell up. Because y'all know what the hell y'all talking about. Ain't no dude who just started getting chicks like 14 years ago going to convince me you know anything about broads, man. Shout out to my brother Red Supreme TV1, man. Great minds think alike. Red's stream earlier kind of segues into what I'm talking about tonight. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the homie, man. That's the brother Red Supreme TV1. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my brethren. You know what I'm talking about? But we got to get to the basis of everything, y'all, right? All these new words. I keep telling y'all, man. They keep coming up with these new words and terminology, man, and you know what I mean? And they're coming up with these words, you know what I'm talking about? They keep coming up with these new words, these new sayings, man, that really don't mean nothing. They have ambiguous meanings, and they really cover words for other words that are trying to have taken out of the lexicon, like lame. Right? Think about this. The foreign pity boy, what's good, bro? You already know, man. Respect the foreign pretty boy. Respect to my brother DPB in the building, man. You hear me? You non-select ass dudes, right? Non-select by this very definition, man. Oh my God, man. I'm talking about by the very definition of the word, right? I mean, the very fact that you would consider yourself a non-select man says a lot, right? And like I was saying earlier in Red's show in the chat, listen, non-select is the new word terminology for lame. It's the new thing that's being replaced, lame. When you hear the term non-select, you don't necessarily associate negative connotations to it. Lucy, what's good, baby? Right? When you think of the term non-select, you don't automatically associate non-select with being with being you automatically associate it with something negative, right? Right? When in actuality, that necessarily doesn't mean that, though. And this is why guys come up, or people be coming up with these ambiguous words and terminology, because they really don't mean anything for real. And the meaning of them is so broad that it might not necessarily apply to a certain situation or person based on what definition of the word you're using based off of them, right? But when we think about the term non-select, right? Let me go up here, man. Oh my God, man. You dudes, man. Y'all just be crazy, man. Right? Not having been chosen or selected. And that's about as broad as a definition as you need, right? This is about as broad as a definition as she's going to get. Exactly, prodigal son. Exactly. Oh my God. Man, I swear, man, this better be something important on my damn phone, man. You hear me? Y'all see that? Y'all see that, man? Read it and weep. Saw all these damn text messages I'm getting, man. Better be some cash apps up, man. That is definitely a fake pic. Oh my god, man. I'm about to show y'all this picture, man. I'm about to show y'all this picture, man, and y'all gonna be weak as hell when y'all see this shit. Oh my god, man. But yeah, though, man, non-select, as y'all see, right? That I mean, come on, DPB, come on. That's basically what it means. Non-selected, not having been chosen or selected. Now, peep this out right here, though, y'all. Right? Peep this out. No statistical significant differences in clinically relevant characteristics were found between the randomly selected and non-selected patients. Now, I'm pretty sure this is probably in reference to like a medical trial or something like that. But look at the base word, not having been chosen or selected. So most of you niggas is fuck niggas, man. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I'm just saying straight like that. Most of you non-select dudes are fuck niggas, man. Y'all are the guys who the chicks absolutely looked past in high school, middle school, high school, and college. Y'all are the guys that these chicks, when they did interact with y'all, it was strictly platonic, and it probably was an exchange of something, right? Exactly, deformed pretty boy. Exactly. I'm glad you said that too. That's a good point. My man DPB said, but see what people are failing to realize, scarcity can make a man think something is what it is not. Exactly. All right. Beautiful, DPB. I appreciate that. Right. And just like DPB just said too, nigga, it just mean you busted, nigga. Non-select means you are smacked. Right? Or non-select could mean that you just so goddamn lame and corny, you could actually even be an attractive guy, right? Pause. You may potentially be an attractive guy, but you so corny, you so awkward, socially awkward and lame, and just a cornball. You know what I'm saying? You awkward. So when you actually do interact with chicks, it's weird. You're making them feel uncomfortable. You're making them feel out of place. You're making them feel like they're saying ill. You make the chick say ill. Right? And then only, like I said, you could be a handsome guy, man. But you could be the same dude who just got a horrible ass mouthpiece. You know what I mean? You just don't have no type of mouthpiece about yourself, right? You feel me, Uncle Diggity? Yeah. Just yeah. Some of y'all dudes, and I done witnessed it. I done sit here and witnessed it. I done seen it in public while I'm sitting in line at the grocery store, at the liquor store. I done heard it at the club, at the bar. You niggas some of you dudes just don't know how to talk to women. Y'all just don't know how to do it. You feel me, man? Deformed pretty boy. I'm talking about you. Y'all niggas is so corny, even the corny ass bras that none of us really holler at until years later they get thick and grow into they whack ass frame from high school. You feel? Y'all know them smacked ass girls from high school, man, or those non-select girls from high school that after high school they done grew up, they done got thick and grewed up on your ass. They done got smashed by a couple of niggas, maybe. You know what I'm talking about? So they got some experience. They done got thick. Them hips done spread it out. You know what I'm talking about? Them hips spread it out. That booty done got that little cuff. You know, that little cuff we like on the back of that thing. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? They done interacted with a couple guys. They done got their hair did and put some makeup on because they done got up out of their mom and daddy house or their mama house or their daddy house and they living single, sexy, and free. You know what I'm saying? Even them type of bras, man, the type of bras that nobody hollered at. They wasn't messing with you niggas in high school, man. And I know a lot of you obsidian ass niggas. Now, like I said, man, this ain't a personal attack on Obsidian because I don't know that brother personally, so I can't really go at him personally. I can only go at the psyche and the behavior that I see being displayed. And Obsidian, my brother, if you listening, if you watching, or any of your non-select crony fuck niggas is watching over there, right? Y'all niggas tap in and soak up some game, man. You feel me? It's cool. Like, we all have our respective lanes and roles, man. I know my lane. I know my role, right? And I stick to it. You feel me? I don't diverge from it. I don't divulge from it. You know what I'm saying? I stick to what I know. I don't speak on that which I do not know, because that would make me an ignoramus. And I'm not, or should I say, although I am ignorant to some things, I'm not an ignorant person in totality. Right? So y'all ain't gonna never hear me speaking on stuff I don't do or shit I ain't got. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't gonna hear me talking about I'm balling out of control. I got all this money, la 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 la, because I'm not and I don't. Right? I gotta go to work in a couple hours for third shift at my job where I make fairly decent money, but it could be better, but it could be worse. Like most of us, right? But outside of that, you feel me? I got a lot of life experience in dealing with women. I got a lot of life experience with dealing with men. Pause. Outside of like well, not just only respect to, but business and in the streets. OG, what it do, man? Right. So I got a lot of game to put y'all up on when it comes to interacting with different types of guys, man. You hear me? Because I done interacted with just about any type of guy you can think of. Pause. I'm just saying, y'all gotta think, y'all. I've been to the joint. All type of guys come through the joint. Educated lames come through the joint. Pookies come to the joint. So-called Ray Rays come to the joint. Juju, what's up, baby? Yeah, Deformed Pretty Boy, that's my nigga, man. Deformed Pretty Boy, man, should come up on the panel here in a minute too, man. I respect my brother Deformed Pretty Boy's insight and his perspective because I know he's not a game goofy. He's not a non-select ass nigga. I could tell by the way my man type and talk in the comment section. I could tell by the thing and the way he speaks on things. I could tell the brother knows what he's talking about. I could tell when a brother is a fellow gamed up, charismatic, magnetic individual that have been having his way with these goddamn chicks all his life, right? Exactly, Deformed Pretty Boy. I know that, and I had to learn that by trial and error myself, right? This is how I found out and discovered long ago that just because a chick look good don't mean she good. She can look good, have a nice body, have a fat booty, nice titties, flat stomach, nice hips, pretty, and be stupid as shit, be dumb as shit. Or you get to her crib and she trifling. Her crib is just nasty. I mean, you're nasty. Vernon 85, what it do? John J, big bro, what it do, man? You know what I'm talking about? Exactly, Juju. Look, hey, look at Juju. Juju is a nice looking broad, right? Juju a nice looking broad. You think a nigga ain't shitted on Juju before? You think Juju ain't never been rejected? You think Juju ain't never was interested in a guy who was completely, totally not interested in her, no matter how nice her booty is, no matter how nice her body is, no matter how nice and juicy her lips is? You hear me? Sometimes that shit just ain't hitting up on nothing, man. Sometimes you just ain't hitting up on nothing, man. Oh, I know you have, Juju, man. And it's not that I'm saying, because listen, I'm pretty sure if Juju was to come on the panel and cam up, I'm pretty sure most of you non-select ass niggas especially, y'all would do anything to have a girl like Juju. Matter of fact, y'all ain't never in y'all life had a chick like Juju. Matter of fact, to take it even more, that's the reason why a lot of you non-select, goofy, corny, lame, no coochie getting ass, no game having ass niggas Juju the type of girl, that's the reason why y'all mad. It was a chick like Juju, an average looking ass chick like Juju, which ain't nothing wrong with being average. Mind you, average is beautiful. And mind you, not to just be sitting here doting on my baby Juju, but Juju's a little bit above average. I would give Juju a 6. Like I think Cupcake gave herself a fair rating last week. And I would put Brownie on 6 too. Brownie, Juju, and Cupcake, they are about the same look. When I don't mean they don't look alike, I mean average, a little bit above average. Not too much though. And all 3 of them ladies ain't got no problem with me saying that. They don't think I'm trying to shit on them. They don't think I'm trying to clown them or disrespect them. Any of you niggas would do anything in y'all's power to get a chick like Juju. A lot of y'all ain't never even had a chick that look anything like Cupcake. Y'all ain't had a chick that look anything like Brownie. And these are regular, average girls you see walking at the store or walking in Kroger, Walmart, Target, when you go to the gas station. Just your average chick that you see. You niggas is so corny and awkward that y'all don't even holler at them. Exactly, the foreign pretty boy. I see where you coming from with that. Hey, I noticed that too, Vernon 85, bro. Juju stupid. Nah, Juju, baby, you a nice 5 to 6. I'll give you a high 5, a 6. I ain't even gonna say 5 because I'm gonna give Juju. I'll give you a 6. If these pictures you be posting is really you, I'll give you a 6. You hear me? Most of you dudes out here ain't never had a chick, a slightly above average looking chick like Juju or Cupcake, man, or Brownie, right? Y'all ain't never even had a slightly above average. These chicks rated their own selves. Flytown 614, what it do, man? No, I'm just saying, man, you niggas get on my nerves for real, man. You know what I'm saying? And like my brother Red say, man, these lame ass niggas is gatekeeping this weak ass space. That's why I said we gotta create another space, man. Right? In what world, what reality is no pussy getting, lame ass, corny ass, no swag, no sauce having, whack ass gear dressing, shoe game trash, no sauce, no game, no no polish. In what reality, in what world would anybody ever listen to a guy like that when it comes to some broads, man? Now, when you dudes talk about the stuff y'all know about, writing books, starting businesses, economics, investing your money, the stock market, all that type stuff, I'm all ears. You're going to see me, as my brother, rest in the essence to simple the peace to always say, when you are a guy who's more aware of a certain topic, discussion, issue than I am, and I need to be listening, listen, I'm going to do like my brother Simple the Peace always say, I'm going to be speaking in the vernacular of silence. The Most High gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? Y'all talk about, man, birds of a feather most definitely flock together, y'all. Y'all know it, right? Click on the bell, man. Subscribe to the page, man. Smash that like button, y'all. Tell everybody come tap in and walk with us, man. Listen, Obsidian, man, if you listening, bro, no disrespect. Matter of fact, go to my about section, hit my email up, man. Get in contact with me. I need some game on how to go about writing this book. I want to have success or be able to possibly potentially experience the success that you had. And I know I got just as nuts, if not more. Well, I ain't gonna say I got way more game than you when it comes to these broads. That's just flat out. That's just hands down. And not only that, you know, so I got a hell of a testimony, a hell of a life to put through books. Maybe you could put me up on some game on how to best go about doing that. I will be all ears when you would be doing so too. I wouldn't be sitting up here telling y'all about how to write a book and I ain't never wrote one. I wouldn't be sitting up here telling y'all how to do certain things if I ain't done it, man. That's corny, that's lame, right? It's only so long that you can perk. My man OG talking about, man. He said Juju chill on Jessica S. Those pics ain't really her. She probably a dude with computer generated software voice. Yeah, man. So I gotta pay him $1,000, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen here, Obsidian, man. Brother. $1,000, man. Right. The game is to be sold, not to be told. I don't know about no $1,000, but you know, I see. This is what I say, y'all. See me being the real one, man, out of Columbus, Ohio, man, North Side till I die. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heard the song on the end of my pre-recorded situation. I'm from that nutty, you know, Agler Green, Cleveland, you know, so I'm from the North Side of Columbus, man. You hear me? I'm a natural born hustler, man. You hear me? Natural. You know what I'm talking about? Natural, man. And like I said, I've lived a very interesting and colorful life. Pause. Right? You hear me? You already know Flytown 614, man. I'm from that nutty north. Agler Green, Cleveland Ave, Number Street, Windsor Terrace, Short North. All my north siders ride with me. Brittany Hill, South, my new Jack Joy said the noon. Can't forget about P Street and Nell Block 2, because they so good. Every city or every street and hood that I just named, you hear me, is in the north side of Columbus, man. You feel me? And like I said, I'm not the guy that's going to sit up here and, you know, beat y'all's ears up like I just got it all figured out. Like I said, like I'm just this super risked up, ganged up dude who get every chick that I've ever wanted. And the chicks just melt at my every beck and call. And I just got hoes on deck like I'm a pimp. But no, I'm not saying that, right? So we got to be mature. Tap in and walk with me, though, right? Oh, and I've had failed relationships. You know, I've had some bad experiences with chicks. Not a lot, though. You know, I guess I can count on one hand how many bad relationships and how many bad experiences I had with chicks. But for the most part, I've literally had my way when it comes to women, specifically and especially Black women. Why is that? Right? Why is that? Well, partially it's because I'm a handsome guy. I mean, you know, y'all ladies see me. You feel me? I'm a handsome ass dude. And that's not me bragging or nothing. I know this to be true because I've been told this by many, many beautiful women over my whole life. So a few chicks telling me that they don't think I'm attractive or handsome don't mean nothing to me when the overwhelmingly mass majority of women, specifically Black women, definitely find a guy like me attractive. Right? Don't make me show y'all the DMs, man. I would never in my life do that. That's so feminine, man. I wouldn't dare do no shit like that. I wouldn't even feel the same towards myself if I did some shit like that. One thing for sure, two things for certain, you can always depend that Virgil will never do no hoe ass shit like that. Right? But I just say all that to say that I've had my way with women, right? For the most part. And you non-select dudes absolutely have not. Right? Now, Obsidian, man, don't flag me, man. Don't try to. I'm going to use some of your audio, bro. You hear me? I'm going to use some of your audio, bro. You know what I mean? Ain't no point in really coming your content up because you rarely, if ever, came up, right? Like rarely, if ever. You know? So, I mean, you know, like I said, y'all, I don't want y'all to think that this is a string gears towards fucking just like assassinating the character of Obsidian. I don't need to do that. He's done a pretty good job of that himself. You feel me? He's done a real good job of destroying his own character. You don't need me to do it. $5 and 8 minutes, man. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously, man. I mean, the longest that me and L went in was like on a Friday or Saturday night, and that's like 4 hours. That's because we chopping it up, kicking it, clowning, doing some hold on, I'm tripping. Hold on, what's going on? Yeah, man. I mean, man, I got. Yeah, I ain't even about to do all that, man. You can share people's audio. It's just when you show the video where you get the copyright stuff at. I don't got a little delay or something going on. Oh man, this nigga's funny though. Fair use, fair use. You know what I'm talking about? And like we was saying earlier on Red's show, like we have said, man. Listen, Obsidian, if you listening, bruh, this ain't no hating on you or nothing, bruh. I'm not a hater, man. I'm too thorough to ever hate on anybody, especially old non-select, no pussy getting ass nigga, which is you. And so I ain't got nothing to be hating on. My brother Red ain't got nothing to be hating on. Us over here us over here, us real ones, man, we don't be on that shit, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I ain't got no reason. For one, you niggas ain't got nothing to hate on. Let me just say that. I don't give a damn about you. I mean, I'm proud of you for having success on this here YouTube, but I'm successful in actual real life and have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, and nobody who I don't know's opinion is going to ever be a measure of my success. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to all my non-select brethren. What y'all niggas need to do is shut the hell up when it comes to talking about these broads, and y'all need to actually start talking about the stuff y'all actually know about. And like I've said before, and always will continue to say, y'all just got to find a magnetic and charismatic way to go about conveying that, right? But since some of y'all so damn corny and lame with no game, y'all don't know how to do that. And this is why, right, we need each other, right? The gamed up real ones like myself, we need y'all, right, to put us up on game when it comes to stuff like finances, real estate, the stock market, things of that nature, right? You feel me, OG? Go outside and get the bats, man. You ain't gonna be able to. You can't just keep sliding through chicks' DMs all day. You gotta actually get outside and actually go talk. You gotta get in the paint, man. See, the internet done messed you dudes up, man. The internet done made it too easy for you dudes, man. For you chicks too, though, right? Exactly, prodigal son. That's my whole thing. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, y'all. Let me tell y'all this. When it comes to anything, any of these non-select, so-called self-proclaimed non-select, which is really lame, Non-select really means lame, right? Because when you look up the term lame, lame just means unknown, right? So with that being said, there's, you know, depending on what perspective you're looking at it from, it might not nothing be bad about being a lame. Ain't nothing bad about being unknown to a certain extent in certain situations. You know what I mean? 45-minute mark, y'all. At the hour mark of the show, man, we're gonna open up the panel, man. Y'all brothers and sisters gonna be welcome to come up, man, to speak on this, man. Let's get back to this. Shout out to Prodigal Son for contributing stuff to the collection. Excuse me, y'all know I'm over here smoking on this gas, man. Shout out to my brother Prodigal Son for coming through with that contribution to the situation, man. You know what I'm talking about? Real ones support real ones, man. You feel me? Go over there and say, Prodigal Son, you still got your YouTube page too, bro? I got no notifications from you in the crap. Damn. Right? Not real shit though. Fly Town 614, man. You niggas go out there and get the bets, man. And see, let me stop that right there, because a lot of y'all dudes be saying that, right? You feel me? You can only teach on that which you know, right? You can only teach that which you actually know and have experience in, right? So I think a lot of y'all be forgetting the other part of that quote. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to only teach, right, you got to be in a position to teach. You have to have some experience on top of the actual knowledge, right? Which also includes more than likely or more often than not or majority knowledge that you don't get from college. Shout out to my brother Red Supreme TV1 for saying that. Oh, that's cool, Prodigal Son, man. I would encourage you to post more content, because you got an infinite, beautiful mind, brother, and your voice is something that needs to be heard. You know, you have a very let's say eclectic perspective on things. And you got a lot of game that you could put us up on. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate you. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? Let's get back to it. Okay, now let me come up for this too, y'all, man. Because I mean, y'all know, I mean, I'm in the YouTube streets, but I ain't really in the YouTube streets. I'm really out here in real life for the most part, man. You feel me? In the real street, I'm in the actual streets, man. I'm not saying nobody's not, because I don't know what people do outside. I don't know, and I don't really care, especially if I'm not involved with it or if it's not something that comes across my desk. Not taking away or adding to what you may or may not be doing. I'm just saying it is what it is, man. I only know about people who I actually interact with, what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever person, whatever another person who possibly potentially could have going on is no concern of mine, right? And I'm not knocking you if you could have a whole bunch of stuff going on outside of here. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't care. Brownie Ellie, what's good, baby? We got my baby, the beautiful Brownie Ellie, in the building along with all the rest of the beautiful ladies, man. We got our beautiful average chicks who don't mind letting us know that they average, as if there's something wrong. And to be honest with you, they're slightly above average, right? You know, let's get to it. Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. My fault. I had lost my train of thought that quick. Listen, who is this brown sugar chick, man? Is she like a content creator or something, man? Because y'all know, man, I don't really be paying attention to a lot of stuff, man. To be honest with y'all, man. Maybe that might be to a fault for my own self. But like I said, if you know, I'm not saying what you doing ain't important. I'm just saying it ain't important to me. Just like I'm pretty sure my content is very unimportant to a lot of people, and that's okay. You hear me? And that's okay. Right? You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, y'all, man. Y'all see it scrolling across the screen. All right. I mean, you know, if anybody know, y'all can answer, but you know, whatever. Let's get to it. John Jay, you always quoting songs and shit, man. My brother John Jay coming through with a contribution. You know, um, what happened, Joe? My bro, Mr. Hold on, let's put this nigga on pause real quick. Shout out to my brother, Mr. O, with the info. My Joe from Chicago. What it do, man? I'm about to drop the link here at the hour mark, y'all. So I want y'all brothers and sisters to come on up. Brownie, Juju, John J, Mr. O. You know, I'm talking about my brother Uncle Diddy, man, Prodigal. Some of y'all tap on in. Y'all can tap on in and speak on this, man, because I know a lot of y'all got something to say about this. I know y'all feel a lot of way. I know a lot of y'all think a certain way about this, man. A lot of y'all may even fit this category. You know, a lot of y'all. My brother John J came through the contribution. That's what's good. Hey, a lot of y'all may have at one point in time fit this category of being a non-select guy. The thing about being a non-select guy, which means a lame, no game having ass, corny ball ass nigga, is that if you are willing to admit such, this is a key point. You non-select, corny, lame ass niggas, right? This is a key thing. You have to admit to yourself that you are corny, that you are lame, that you are awkward. You have to admit this to yourself. You have to look in the mirror. You have to admit to yourself, I'm corny, I'm lame. I just can't seem to get right with the dames. Oh, don't talk about that, but this is the thing, y'all. Yeah, man. See, that's why I rock with my brother John J. That's why I rock with my brother O, man. Right? That's why I rock with these brothers, man. Listen. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Now this ain't no dig at nobody. This is just honestly. When it come to chicks, I've never been awkward. You hear me? And I'll get into that with y'all one of these days. That's another topic for another discussion. I'm about to start bringing y'all these. My brother Sir Ism, he brought it to my awareness, and he told me. I mean, he ain't bringing it to. I ain't gonna say he brought it to my awareness. He just spoke on it though. But I'm a very tactful person, y'all. You hear me? And a lot of people email me all the time, and when I see people, they ask me like, "Damn, you should be doing no content on being in the joint," because I don't. For one, I don't want to glorify that shit. I talk about it enough to where some people will be misconstrued into thinking that I somehow venerate or hold it as in high regard, and I absolutely don't. Do not commit crimes. Live a straightforward life. Get your legal hustle on. Get you a job. Create businesses. Grind it out. Work 2-3 jobs if you have to. Do not commit crimes because you are going to go to prison. Trust me. And that ain't fun. It ain't nothing good about it. As far as like, on the surface. So that's one of the main reasons why I don't be talking to y'all about my experiences in prison. But I also realize how me talking about my experiences in prison in depth can help somebody. So I'll start doing that for y'all on Saturdays. We gonna have Saturdays is gonna be like we're gonna go on Saturday, just be tales from behind the wall or something. Pause. That sounds kind of homework right there. Just something about that, and I'll bring y'all that because I've been getting y'all's emails, and my brother Ism definitely brought it to my awareness. You know what I'm saying? Nah, real talk though, John J, man. No disrespect, man. I'm just being honest with y'all, man. If I was at one point in my life, if I ever was a non-select, awkward when it come to girls type of guy, I would admit that to y'all, right? But I've never had trouble or been awkward when it come to ladies. But like I said, there's a reason for that, and I'll get to y'all with that. Get with y'all on that at another time, right? You feel me? But yeah, though, man. I'm about to open up this panel here in a second. Let's listen to some more of our brother Obsidian, man. Shout out to Obsidian as far as the contributions he has made to what he's done for writing those books that could possibly potentially help somebody, maybe, hopefully, right? And I commend him, and I respect him for that. But as far as a lot of other things, I'm like, man, like, bruh, and especially when it comes to these bras, man, like, and this is why it's such a thing, though. It's so misleading, especially to the young guys, man, because a lot of y'all have audiences. Y'all have, what I'm saying, the microphone, man. People listen to y'all, and I'm not hating. I'm just saying y'all can't be spreading disinformation or false narratives, man, manipulating the minds of the young people, especially who could possibly, potentially, and are, in fact, listening to y'all. Not only listening to y'all, but actually putting the information that you are conveying to them and applying it to their actual life. And like my brother Red said, when you can't have a corny ass, no coochie getting, never had the girls getting the girls, never hollered at the girls ass dude. You can't have a guy like that talking about chicks like he know what he talking about, as in putting somebody up on game about the nature thereof when you don't even know about it. You speaking from a technical standpoint. You speaking from an analytical, basically like a commentator, ESPN commentator type perspective, which is cool as far as critiquing goes on an analytical or technical basis, but from an actual putting somebody up on game about it, some information that they can actually use in their actual life to, help them in this area of their life. You ain't even got no experience with that because you niggas ain't got no hoes. Oh my God, man. And this is so important because, like I say, it's misleading in so many ways, and you got to think about the overall overall outlook that is, the whole image that it's putting out, right? You know what I'm saying? It's only right that people who are well versed and learned and studied in a certain aspect of reality that they speak on it. If you have never been chose by the batch, if you don't have a lot of experiences with a chick, with chicks, with women, if you ain't go to prom, homecoming, right? If you were the type of guy who seen pretty girls in school and was scared to go talk to them, or you was the type of dude that try to holler at chicks and still got turned down and still persevered. Man, it starts in childhood, ladies. Y'all remember these dudes, man? Remember them dudes in school who used to always try to talk to you and you blatantly told them, like, ain't nothing happening. And they still try to holler at you all the time anyway? Y'all know them guys, man. Right? These are the non-select guys that had enough courage to at least come try to initiate some type of conversation with you, but they just were so awkward and corny and just lame that y'all just was like, nah, man. And then it was them guys who y'all might have even thought was cute. Like, hold on, he's a cute guy. Pause, right? I would never thought that he was so damn lame, though. You know how many chicks, you know how many chicks that said that to me about guys I know, some of my homies even, or just guys that I know, right? You know, a lot of these athletes, cornballs. A lot of these rapper niggas, cornballs. You hear me? I know this for a fact, y'all. Like I said, I live a very interesting, eclectic life, man. You know, it took me all across America, hustling, interacting with dudes, you know what I'm saying? Chicks too. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a wide range of experience, you know what I'm saying, in dealing with women on different levels too. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so I know y'all, man. I know y'all real good, especially black women. I know y'all very well. I don't really speak on that because that's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm here to do. But I am here to shed light on that which is not normally talked about, and from or that which is normally talked about, but from a perspective that most people, especially that y'all here on this here YouTube, y'all just not going to get it from this. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying like I'm better or worse than anybody. I'm just saying, you know, I think a little different, right? And I know y'all hear people say that, but you don't. You know, most people say that, but when you actually listen to them, you see that they sound like just about everybody else. John Jay, you was an old persevering ass nigga, man. You couldn't get a clue, or didn't want to, or I ain't gonna say you couldn't get a clue. You didn't want to accept the clue, right? That the bats just didn't choose you, man. For whatever reason, they didn't, man, right? But see, this is why I say it got to be in you and not on you. Because game recognized game. In order for you to recognize the game, or somebody recognize game in you, that means it has to be in you and not on you. Y'all hear me say that all the time. This shit got to be in you, not on you. I don't give a damn if I was homeless, broke, 10 toes down on my hard luck. Do you understand me? I'm still going to be a man. And I'm still going to have this plethora of uncommon information that we call game to get me back where I need to be, coupled with a lot of other things. Right? For real, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You know, I rocks with y'all, man. I love y'all for real, man. You know, y'all don't understand how much of an honor and a privilege this is for me and to me, right? For y'all to be taking time out of y'all's life to hear what I have to say and to hear my perspective. I appreciate that, man. I'm never not respective of that. You hear me? Even to those who which would most vehemently disagree with me. You hear me? Right? My man Prodigal Son always talk about semen retention. Men who practice semen retention for a significant period have all said their interaction with women improved significantly. They reported being more confident while speaking to women. That's a fact, right? We cannot be consumed by our lust. Now, to you non-select, which really means lame ass, no coochie, no girl, getting ass niggas, man. We all know these guys. We went to school with you dudes, man. We grew up in the hood with you dudes, man. All right, we know y'all. Oh, awkward ass niggas, man. Right? For whatever reason, probably something from your childhood that happened, that transpired, whatever traumatic situation it was, is where this all stems from. So, like I say, like I tell these chicks, you got to get honest with yourself, right? Because as we grow up in age and get more mature and older, if you would, the psychological firewalls that have been set in place to protect us from constantly reliving our epigenetically passed down childhood and human trauma, those firewalls start to break down. And this is when the memories start coming back from when you were a child. Smell, sounds, certain instances or certain things just draw a memory and it just take you right back. That is the firewall surrounding around that memory compartmentalization. I talk to y'all about this stuff all the time, right? This is that psychological firewall breaking down. So now you are recovering, as it is known, these memories, right? That your brain firewalls off, so to speak, closes it off so that you don't constantly relive the pain, physical and psychological, connected to that experience over and over again, right? Do y'all hear what I'm saying to y'all, man? Dropping game on y'all, man. Exactly, Flytown 614 now. Just in case my brother Matt is in the building, man. Not saying nothing about my brother Matt. You know what I'm talking about? Because my man Matt is married. He got a beautiful wife and a beautiful family, man. You know what I'm saying? He was in the band, and he absolutely is not a cornball or a lame. But, you know, you never know. Matt might tell you, hey, I am a cornball and a lame. He might tell you that. I don't think so, though. But I see what you're saying, though. And but y'all know with me, most of the time, them niggas in the band was the cornball ass, goofy ass, real life friends with the girls at school ass niggas. Obsidian type guys, man. Obsidian, that was you. You look like you played the motherfucking trumpet or something like that, man. Which ain't nothing wrong with that, bruh. Yeah, they be on the field at halftime. They ain't in the field, goddammit. It's a big difference, man. My brother Cam, that boy in the building. What's good, boy? Right? My brother Cam, that boy. I'm about to open up. I'm about to drop that motherfucking link, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna listen to a little bit of this, more of this Obsidian. We're gonna drop that link, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I appreciate your honesty, man, prodigal son, man. Now, I will agree with y'all on that, though, right? 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 Let's be, and this is, but listen, though, y'all, right? Cam that boy, John Jack, right? Them dudes in the band down south, they get more love than the ballers because down south, you know what I'm saying, the music and the dancing is a big part of the sports and all that too, right? But make no mistake, them niggas down south playing in the band, them niggas is corny too. They just get love for being corny because they playing the song, man. If they weren't playing them damn songs, they'd just be corny ass niggas. Now it's a difference when you're a corny ass nigga that know how to play the trumpet or know how to play the drums or the clarinet or whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about, and be on the field, you know what I'm talking about, because you down there mixing it up with the corny ass band chicks. The chicks in the band was corny too, but they was thick though. So we definitely shot our shot at them. See, that's the thing when you was a young guy like me, man, a young mustache. You know what I'm talking about? That's my brother E40 said. When you was a young mustache like myself, you know what I'm saying, beautiful girls, you know what I'm saying, no matter if they was awkward or not, we was at them. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about the things that build up your molecular structure. I'm talking about we was at them. You know what I'm saying? We was at them like an email address. You know what I'm talking about? Up in their face. Well, at least I know I was. You hear me? See? Look, my niggas keeping it real, man. I like when guys keep it 100, man. Because the thing about it, though, listen, though, man, you can learn, you can, if you soak up some game, right? When it comes to interacting with women, right? Females, you know what I'm saying? You could get out of that awkward stuff. But see, this is the thing, y'all. I'm about to come up because this is serious, man, because this stuff comes from somewhere, man. And I want y'all to realize this, man, because this ain't nothing. You're not lame just because you're lame, right? Now, let me break this down real quick for y'all, man. Because I know some of y'all might sit up there and say, oh, you contradict yourself, bro, because you say, nah, nigga, you lame because you're lame, right? And it's true and not true at the same time. You got to think about it, though. You're lame because you're lame, right? Just because some niggas is just corny. But it's a reason why you're corny. It's a reason why you're lame, right? It's a reason why you are non-select. Even further, why you identify self as non-select by speaking it out of your mouth. Like, I'm a non-select guy. That's something you would never hear me say as in reference to myself. Not because I've been a select guy, if you would, but because I just would never speak in my way in such a demeaning way. Non-select, that's when I hear the word non-select, I automatically think of the word non-person, which means persona non grata. Right? So in that sense, I am non-select. I will be I won't mind being a persona non grata in this shit. You hear me? Oh, I would rather be persona non grata. You did? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop the link for the panel, man. I just want y'all to come on in, but I just want to listen to a little bit more of this dude, man. And that's what I'm saying, Fly Town, man. You know what I mean? I say I would never refer to myself as such, man. And y'all gotta be able to understand where that comes from, man. You hear me? You being a corny, lame, non-select, self-identifying, especially with you being like that, being awkward with girls, being awkward with interacting with girls at a young age when it's supposed to flow naturally, just the interaction between young children, especially boys and girls, it's something that's supposed to flourish. So when it's awkward, especially when we start, I can see elementary school. I would even go as far as saying even middle school, but high school and beyond, that's when we're supposed to be interacting with the opposite sex as well as each other, as far as males, men, boys growing into men. That's when we're supposed to be interacting with each other the most. That, right, is the only aspect, positive aspect of going to a public school, if you ask me. Right? But a lot of y'all just is corny, man. And that comes from somewhere. So this is what I challenge you, non-select people. And this non-select females and this non-select males. I suggest that y'all do some real interpersonal digging. I suggest that y'all do psychological, emotional data wipe, if you would, to the best of your ability, however that looks or whatever it looks like to you, and figure out where that comes from. Because y'all hear me talk about epigenetically passed down childhood trauma. So my brother King L's in the building. Oh no, that's counting that boy. See, I need my glasses. Oh gee, yeah, if you wasn't talking as a black dude, people would see you as strange. Maybe maybe I ain't trying to talk today. He said, I'm eating right now, but I'll be up. Girls consider me lame because I didn't say much, but when they hung around me, they thought different. Exactly. And that too. You could be a guy who just don't say too much. And, you know, based off of that, chicks might. And just understand what lame means, y'all. Because when we hear the word lame, like I say, we have been indoctrinated with word association, this paradigm, this ideology, this mind altering manipulation tool in this reality called word association. When you hear the word lame, you automatically associate it with something negative. Very few people understand what the base meaning, not the colloquial meaning, not the slang meaning, but the actual base meaning of the word lame is simply to be not known or to be unknown. Lame means to be unknown, or lame means to have a slight sprain in your ankle or in the joint. Right? That's why I remember one of my old school bars from back in the day when I was a young boy. I said the only time I could be considered lame is when I sprained my ankle. Oh my God, man. You hear me? Only time I could be lame is if I sprain my ankle. You hear me? And it's the reason why a lot of y'all are lame, because y'all have this epigenetically passed down generational childhood trauma that you have not addressed. Right? In whatever way you experience that, it could be a plethora of things. It don't necessarily have to be anything severely nefarious as far as like, you know, like sexual or anything like that. But it could be something minor. It's just like, which is not really minor. Some, you know, just not being neglected in any way along your development that have the potential to have a lasting effect on you. Right? It starts from somewhere. All right. Well, with that being said, I'm dropping the link right goddamn it now, man. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? Because y'all know how we do over here at A-Real Talk, man. We chop it up about this real. You know what I'm talking about? Like I say, not intentionally trying to disrespect anybody, just keeping it 100. Listen, we have to be able to share our opinions and views. Listen, I don't have it all figured out. I'm not perfect. I'm not up here trying to get nobody no advice. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to speaking on certain things, I think that we all need to say in our respective lanes and speak on that which we know that can actually benefit and help somebody else in their life. Ain't no way in hell me being a guy I am speaking on stuff like speaking on things like how to invest in cryptocurrency. I'll be up here looking like, I mean, I could do it because I know how to say words and stuff like that, but I really don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have no experience. I ain't got no success in it. So for me to talk about it as if I do and getting an audience behind that, that's misleading. That's very deceptive, which means I probably got something to hide and I got ulterior motives and I cannot be trusted. That's why it's important for us to have this discussion. This is why it's important for us to come to reality. Or should I say come to ality, right? And stick to that which we know and find a way, right, to convey that in a charismatic, magnetic way without, no fuckery involved or as little as possible. Because, we got to have a little bit of drama, a little graft, a little tact. You know what I'm saying? When we doing this consecrated thing, because you got to have a little flair about yourself. You know what I'm talking about? But that can't be the basis. You understand me? Of the content, the drama, the fuckery can't be what makes the content pop, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? The content itself, the basis of the content has to be the effect it could potentially have and the information it's conveying, right? That can be a benefit to people if they even hear it, let alone applying it to their life. Because once you hear something, you can't unhear it. Once you see something, you can't unsee it, right? That's a beautiful thing about this game, man. You hear me? I love when I listen to people with just infinite knowledge on so many things that I don't know about, and they just a regular person like me. I'm all ears. I'm a sponge, man. I'm not one of these dudes who just think like, oh, I'm just the pinnacle, the apex. Nah, man. A lot of y'all probably getting that twisted too. It's just a lot of y'all get people's confidence confused with being cocky. Being cocky and being confident is not the same thing, man. So we got my brethren, John Jay, in the building.
Hey, what's up, Virgil, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you real good. It sounds like some wind or something blowing in the background,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
Besides
yeah.
that,
I'm
man,
about.
we can hear you.
Yeah, man. I just left this restaurant, man. I'm about to get in my car now, man. How about now? Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. John Jay, stay eating good, man.
Yeah. Nah, man. This is a great subject, brother. You taking me back to my childhood, man. I was.
Hey, listen, hey, John Jay. Let me
Yeah.
interrupt you. Let me just
Yes,
interrupt you
sir.
real quick, big bro, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cam up for this too, because this is serious, man. I don't know a lot of y'all when y'all seen that thumbnail, y'all probably think we about to just be going in on this nigga's city, and definitely not. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But like I say, we content creators, we got to use graft and tact and stuff to reel you in so you can hear what they're actually about to say, But we're gonna talk about it because like I say, all this stuff. You heard what John Jay said. He said I took him back to his childhood. What do I
Yeah.
always talk to y'all about? Epigenetically passed down childhood trauma. It's where everything in our life stems from, right?
Yeah.
So unless you're willing to, like I say, dig deep and do some real life, you know what I'm saying, dissecting, you know what I mean, and letting these psychological firewalls melt away as they're going to do naturally, man. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? It's best to learn how to cope with this stuff because these memories going to start coming back because we all have had our fair experience and share of trauma. And the study of epigenetics, epi meaning on top of, genetics means genes. So on top of genes, or that which is on top of the genes, or has become a genetic by memory. This means your memories are passed down genetically to the DNA. Huh? What y'all know about epigenetics? You hear me? So when we talking about, it goes back to childhood. Right, a lot of y'all non-select lame ass niggas are suffering from severe arrested development, proximal abandonment. You hear me? So we got to take it back to where it started at. Just like when we talking about my pops on Spiritual Roots Sunday, he said we got to take it back to the guard. We got to take it to the structure. We got to take it to the base of the foundation. We got to do so with this stuff right here. So I know a lot of y'all saw that thumbnail, think we about to just have a clown and riff session on this nigga sitting clown for being a lame nigga like he is. And to some extent that's true, but that's not the focal point. It always goes deeper with me, or should I say wider. You hear me? Go ahead, Andre.
Wow, man, that was yeah, that was a lot in what you just said. And I like what you said at the end for us going deeper
Right.
in this discussion. And this is something that because I was like you would say, I was called a lame, but see, I was called a lame by the females. It
Right.
wasn't, you try to holler at a girl and say, oh boy, you whack, you lame, you ain't got no game. They would call you in my day, because I'm a little bit older than you. They'd call you a sideline nigga, meaning you ain't in the game, you just on the sidelines or whatever. But what a lot of people never talk about, and this is in my era, what I had in my peers, what we had to put up with or deal with. Nobody never talks about the effects, because I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s during my teenage years.
Right.
And nobody never talks about the effects that the crack game had on the dating scene with young black teenagers in the 80s and 90s. Imagine, because the minimum, I worked at Radio Shack. A lot of you might not even remember. And in 1989 in New York,
Man.
no, well, hold on, let me
I try to
finish.
tell you,
Yeah.
I pull up in the whip with TVs in the front, TVs in the back, TVs everywhere, like in Radio Shack.
Yeah, exactly. But I worked there when I was 14
14.
in 1989. Like, I'm about to make a point. And the
Right.
minimum wage in New York City in 1989 was $3.35.
Hey.
But well, imagine having to compete with a dude who's 14 selling crack and try. He could buy the girl a herringbone chain. He could buy her a Guess watch, a Dooney and Burke purse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lame. He making $1,600 a night, and it was different. The crack era was a lot different than the heroin era, because everybody just couldn't sell heroin in the 70s or whatever. But in the crack, you could become your own little independent contractor. And a lot of brothers, young dudes my age, were doing that. And not only were they, lacing these girls, they were lacing these girls' mama. They were buying groceries for these girls' parents at the house. They were paying off bills, because that's how lucrative the crack game was. So imagine you trying to holler at a girl, you working at Radio Shack, and you got your $75 every 2 weeks, because that's how much I was bringing home. And you trying to compete with a dude bringing home $1,600 a night, a 14-year-old kid. Yeah, you lame. Of course, you gonna always be lame trying to compete with that. You just couldn't win. And a lot of young brothers that I grew up with got involved in crack because they were tired of being called lame and whack, and they wanted to get the girl. And so many of them lost their life or threw away their life and went to jail behind that. So I mean, there's a lot of layers to that, man. And my personal opinion, especially me, the way I grew up, if you wanted to be a tough guy, you had to walk the block and prove it. It was gonna always be somebody that test you. It ain't like the internet where you could pretend and when nobody gonna check you or test you on the internet. But shoot, growing up, that
was good, bro.
But that's just my spin on that, man. I mean, but like I think Prodigal said, it gets greater later. You just stick to your course, get some game. Man, I got the pick of the litter now, man. So many girls from hitting me up on Facebook from high school. Now all of a sudden they done had a crush on me all these years, but they big as a house now.
Water than all outside.
Oh my goodness, man! You tell them to haul ass, they got to make 2 trips, man. So man. But hey, it's all good though. You stick to your course or whatever, and that's why I always say on Red Show that I'm an educated lane, because when I was growing up, you really couldn't be that. Even though that was what you were, it wasn't like, hey, you ain't have a lane. It wasn't no lane for you in the 80s and 90s being an educated lane. You would get ridiculed, you get mocked, you'd have to fight every day. Somebody was always effing with you.
Right.
Niggas would get mad at you because you couldn't get no pussy. I'm like, well, shit, it ain't like I ain't trying. You mad with me because I can't get none,
Yeah, we definitely used to. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
We definitely used to clown the niggas who we knew wasn't getting no
I'm glad that you admit. And here's the thing, though, Virgil. This is where the seeds of the whole Pookie and Ray Ray versus the educated lame beef really got started, man. When
Yeah.
you really, like you just admitted, you would F with the dude who couldn't get none. It wasn't like he didn't want to get none. He just couldn't, and
Right.
then so that's where a lot of that started, man. So yeah, it's a lot.
Definitely would get you super roasted in the roast session, man. Being corny
Yeah,
and lame
exactly.
at school, being a nigga who the chicks didn't like would definitely get you blazed and roasted, bro.
Yeah, and then imagine you trying to compete with a dude who's selling crack. He buying this girl all types of stuff, and you can't buy nothing. She get on the school bus. Yeah, girl, you need to get you a man like I got. These little boys here, and she pulling out her Dooney purse, her Guess Swatch watch, cross colored jeans, Jabot jeans, and you can't do none of that. You looking at your check, and all you got was $75 before taxes. Your net was probably $55 to $55, man. So
Uncle
man,
Diggity, what's good, man?
Look, oh shit. All right, nigga, ain't no way. I'm over here laughing like a motherfucker, nigga. Ain't no way you competing with that wage gap, nigga, with $3 or something an hour, man. No way.
Exactly.
No way. I'm like, damn, $75 before taxes and like 50, 60, but you probably get like a cross-colored t-shirt. That's it.
Think about this though, yo. Hold on real quick though, John Jay, Uncle D. So think about this though, and I'm glad I see. I like when John Jay bring this up because this is very important. It's very important. It's an important piece to the puzzle to why so many of you niggas is lames, man. You hear me? That dichotomy right there, that right there, right? It's a lot of sexually deprived, frustrated males, man, specifically black males. Now, couple that with coming under the tutelage of a single mom, most of us. Yeah. Depending on where you live, most of our moms probably was on drugs.
But also,
go ahead.
You missed out on a lot of training and development because you didn't get a chance to dance with that girl at school when you were 15, and then now, you a late bloomer. You just didn't get those interactions, especially like I said. I don't know about y'all, but in the you talk to any educated lame from the late 80s to the early 90s, how hard it was, and if he really grew up in the hood, and with that dealing with trying to compete with a dude selling crack, you just wasn't getting it. It was slim to none. You just couldn't compete, man. It just it is what it is, and a lot of times people don't really think about that, but it is what it is. But you gotta
nigga said R. Kelly.
Yeah, you just got to keep getting game, man. It gets greater later if you stay the course.
Yeah, but like I say, I'm gonna pass it to Uncle D. Like I say though, in order for you to do that though, you have to come a point where you have to address certain things as a man, because I'll tell you that stuff come from somewhere, man. A lot of y'all dudes was raised by dope fiend, neglective ass moms or parents, and y'all wasn't bummy, y'all was fresh, y'all wasn't fresh. That's a part of why your confidence ain't where it is either. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't able to be clean and keep a clean cut to keep your appearance up and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that can factor into a nigga becoming a straight L7 square lane non-select ass nigga. You hear me? You gotta think about the circumstances that contribute to stuff. You just don't be a lame because you lame. You stay a lame because of that. But when you a kid, especially in middle school, going into high school, it's a lot of factors that you don't have no control over that could contribute to you becoming non-select. Huh? Y'all think you ever thought about that? You ain't even, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even ever think it go that far, man. Y'all just think it's just somebody. Niggas is lame for a reason. They lame because they lame, but it's a reason why they're lame.
Shit, that's where my story starts. Shit.
Go ahead, talk to Uncle Diggity.
All right, so as far as educated lame or a Pookie and Ray Ray, I would say I'm a little bit of both of them, and then I'm none of them at the same time and shit. Like I've done street shit, been involved in all kind of shit, but on appearance, when you see me, it don't look like it. And then
you know, I would consider myself pretty knowledgeable about certain things or whatever. So that would add to the fucking educated lane part of it or whatever. But it started with the I guess shit, elementary school, man. You gotta learn that shit. Like I was lame when my mother dressed me before I knew what a fashion sense was.
Right.
When she was just buying me little track suits and little shit she thought was cute and shit, and then she sent me to school. And then once I start paying attention to girls, you know, that's like your report card and shit. She gonna thumbs up you or thumb down you. So of course the nigga got thumbs down. That as far as the gear, and then to compound that, you know, girls wasn't in the dark skinned niggas and shit back then. So I caught the ass in that coming up, being dark, getting called blackie and all kind of weird ass shit. But elementary school, I did have like a little girlfriend at school, right? And it was this spot on the playground where we would meet behind and kiss and shit. And motherfucking the whole school would always come running over there and shit. So that kind of kept a nigga popular. Like, okay, he got a bro. We in elementary school. He's actually kissing a girl and shit while y'all niggas is, you know, running around and bullshit like that. So that's how, that's kind of how it started. Once I got to junior high, my gear kind of tightened up because I was more conscious of shit. Like, 5th and 6th grade, well, 6th and 7th grade for me was the cross color era. So once I hit junior high, you know, once you had some cross colors at school, you was automatically a part of the in crowd by default.
Yeah.
So
cross colors.
Yeah, that like you said though, it does go back to school shit though, bro. Like if you don't wiggle out of that in school, if you carry that on with you through like junior high and high school and college, and you know you focused in on your purpose and shit like that, and you might come out on the ass end successful. But if you don't tap in with women and learn that dynamic, you know, the sooner you do that, the better off you'll be. If you wait too long to do that, you're gonna be a grown ass motherfucking dork. You know what I mean? Trying to use your bread to get abroad or whatever like that. She gonna see that, take you for everything you got, or you know, whatever your lane may be. But if you don't learn women, you know, the earlier the earlier the better, bro.
Right, that's a fact.
That's true. Now,
that's
who
the
is
part
that?
to tell older cats though. That's the cold part to tell these older niggas that's listening to dating coaches trying to figure it out. Like, nigga, you've missed the boat, my nigga, low key. But you can make some changes and score, you know what I mean? But if you didn't get the game back then as a youngin' and grow with it and mature it and refine it, then you out here basically with a elementary school, junior high level of game and shit, and you out here trying to fuck with grown women and shit, and it's, you know, it's all bad, bro.
Now that's a good. Who is that? That's Uncle Diggity.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, excellent point. Cause you hit on something I see every day with these dudes who didn't get it right in high school, and you know they never fixed themselves. Now they're in their career and they try to stick it to a dude who they think in their mind is a pookie. Now I can get a little bit of get back, and you still bitter about what happened in high school and junior. I mean, and these will be 50 plus year old dudes doing this, and it's sad that they'll do it, you know, to another black man who trying to get his life together, and you know they'll be like, man, F that nigga, man. He look at him, he ruined his life, and now he trying to get his life together at 50 or 45, and now F him, and they'll have that victory all still, and I know because I'm an educated, like, I know where it's coming from. I'm like, yeah, that nigga probably looked like the dude that smacked you back in 88 or something, man, and now you still holding on to that, man. So yeah, these discussions are good, man, and they are needed, bro. They're very, very needed, man. And I
I mean, we got, you know, I gotta add some comedy in, y'all. You know, I'm a silly guy, right? Listen, man. Y'all know I'm a movie buff, and I'm a true child of the late '80s, early '90s pop culture, man. I wear that with a badge of honor. My man OG, man, you was a old OG is an old Dunker Pender Hughes looking ass nigga, man.
You talk about class act.
That was the high school look.
A lot of you listen, man.
Class act.
A
Yeah,
lot of
that
you niggas dunking fucking Pender Hughes, man.
Motherfucking blade brown button up, nigga.
Right?
was.
A lot of you niggas was Dunker Pender Hughes ass niggas, man. And still are to this day. Right? But see,
Nah,
if y'all watch this
no,
movie, y'all see Duncan Penderhugh end up just being his natural self, or right, even the girl could see that he wasn't this gangster guy, right? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But like he knew this nigga wasn't no gang. This is what I like about this movie too, because that girl knew she no good and damn hell well this nigga wasn't no motherfucking gangster, man. Right? But she seen like you know she was intrigued by what she heard about the nigga, but when she actually hung out with the nigga, she realized that he ain't really like that, no matter what his reputation may be. And then when they found out that it really wasn't him, he still got the bitch in him. So what I'm saying is, if you a Dunker Pender Hughes ass nigga, be that to the best of your ability. Just figure out how to do it with style, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? Understand how to do that with some charismatic, magnetic energy connected to it. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta figure that out, man. And how you can do that, you know how you can do that? By coming in tapping with a guy like me. You know what I'm talking about? A guy like myself, a guy like my brother Rest Supreme, you know what I'm talking about? A guy like my brother Sir Ism, you know what I'm saying? Put you up on some game, you know what I'm talking about? Tap in, walk with us, man. Hey, John J, man, what's going on, man?
Yeah, man, I remember going to the movie theater seeing this movie at the Whitestone Cinema in Queens. Came out at 1991 or 92. Man, good Lord, I done got old.
Right.
But
Dunker Pender Hughes ass niggas, man. That nigga Obsidian, you's a Dunker Pender Hughes ass nigga.
I'm class of 98, so shit, 90, 94, 95. The Docker and the button up look was it, man. That shit was
in though. I ain't gonna sit here and hold y'all like niggas wasn't rocking the Dockers with the Wallies and the corduroys with the sweaters and shit, the Izod polos and the Tommies and all that. That definitely was the look. You feel me?
I came up with Tupac
gang members was dressed for interviews and shit. Nigga had everybody looking like they was going on an interview and shit out there.
Nah, Tupac was alive when I was coming up. Everybody wanted to be a thug.
Yeah, niggas wanted to be thug. Niggas was still wearing them shits though too though. Yeah. Everybody did want to be a thug. When Pac was alive, man, he was being used to promote that ideology. I gotta say that it's crazy how we all grown men now, and then we look back and we can reflect, and we can see the indoctrination, we can see the propaganda.
Nigga, if we think about it now, if we look back now, nigga, Tupac died when he was like what, 27 or some shit. Like these
25. He just made
25. These niggas was kids. These niggas were kids. Like
Biggie was 24.
Uncle Diddy. They was all around the same age. Think about it. Big L, Pac.
Niggas was kids, bro.
They was all around the same age. They got killed around that time. Man, Big L, Pac, Pun. You hear me?
Yeah. That's wild shit. Bro.
These was young dudes, man.
Yeah, I mean, Biggie and Pac was just unnecessary, man.
Biggie was 24, 25 when he died.
Yeah, he was 24. Yeah, it was just unnecessary, man. It's just unnecessary. Life got cut short. They could have morphed into so much more, and that's the sad part about all that. And then you see, dude, that's why I wanted to call in on the Red Show today when he had that whole whack 100 and whack going in on that dude. I wanted to call in so bad because as a 45-year-old black dude is making millions according to whack, why would you make all them kind of threats to a dude and risk your generational wealth to a guy that you said was didn't have what you have or was a loser, and you gonna send 100 goons over there and one of them goons kill that boy? What you think the district attorney in LA gonna treat him like they treated Trey? Well, it was Megan Thee Stallion's son. They gonna throw a boyfriend or whatever. They gonna throw RICO charges on him, and your generational wealth is in jeopardy. You gonna be in a cell next to Suge Knight. Imagine what Suge was thinking when he saw Diddy on that commercial during the Super Bowl. He's sitting in that cell, and he had way more money than Diddy when Diddy got started, but he couldn't leave that gangster lifestyle alone. And now he's sitting in a cell the rest of his life. So,
Nigga in there eating a spread and shit, motherfucker.
yeah.
Eating
So,
a break, man.
Bro.
And shit, listen here, y'all. Listen here, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, just not to go on it, but I'm gonna start giving y'all some of these stories, man. From the whole premise behind me telling y'all this stuff, I'm gonna tell y'all is strictly to influence you to not commit crimes. Don't commit crimes, man. Live a straightforward life, man. You hear me?
And we got to teach these younger generation because they're pushing masculinity. The black man, they've been for the years trying to push us out of our homes, not being able to pass down good masculinity. And that was one of the benefits of this social media at its best. We can pass down as black men, we can pass down skills, knowledge, game to teach young brothers who don't have a father in the house. And a lot of that masculinity just not shared. I mean, I just remember as a kid, I had a father in the house, and I remember one of my closest friends was a white dude, and I got this video game, Mike Tyson Punch Out. I never will forget, 1986, and me and this white boy, he would come to our house and we would play. My mama would feed him, my sisters, would feed him. We were good friends. Then my dad asked me the question. He was like, "Why is he always coming over here?" I'm like, "We playing Mike Tyson play. Can you go to his house?" And then he was like, "Ask him, can you go to his house?" I asked him, and kids are honest. And he asked his dad, and his dad said, "No, we don't allow blacks in the house because you might steal." That's what he told me. And I told, I'm 10 years old, so I went and told my dad. I was like, "Yeah, I can't go over there because he said I might steal." And then my dad was like, "Well, he can't come back over here." And then my mom being all, "Don't do that. That ain't right. We gotta teach a better way." But when my father was teaching me. And I keep this lesson as a grown man today. You never allow somebody to do something to you that they won't allow you to do to them. If you can't come to my house, if I can't come to your house, you ain't coming to mine. And that's just masculinity. And that's why they tried so hard to push the black man out of the household, because that masculinity don't get passed down. And so as YouTubers and commenters, and we got to teach these younger dudes out here because they ain't getting it. Sometimes this will be the only masculinity they'll get. And then you got brothers 45 years old making millions talking about pulling up on another black dude and putting all that in jeopardy, man. It's like, man, what are you really doing?
Okay, so let me explain to y'all, right? Let me break down to y'all what they are doing, right? Guys like Whack 100, right? You hear me? Now, see, this is when y'all, as people in the comment sections and watchers and how could I say it? I don't want to because the word consumer is very disrespectful. I want y'all to know that, man. What it means to consume. You feel me? It's very disrespectful. I'm not gonna call y'all consumers, but I'm gonna call y'all the people, right? You know what I'm saying? Drama sells, right? You feel me? And due to our epigenetically passed down childhood trauma, which through the advent of social engineering, social media has weaponized that. Do you understand what I'm saying to y'all, man? Our epigenetically passed down childhood trauma has been weaponized, especially through social engineering or social media, right? To where we get super inflated senses of ourselves, right? By vicariously living through an online persona, residual self-image, exaggerated imagination of our mental self. You know what I'm saying? And we start to identify with that. That's not real. You hear me? And people like Whack 100, Charleston White, all these guys, they're put in the position to do just that, to trigger. Y'all hear that word? Trigger, to trigger that, to keep you emotionally drawn in so you don't pay attention to what the hell is going on around you. That's why they do it. That's why they're there. You got to look at who these people are connected with. Look who funds them. How they're able to make $3 or $4 million in the past 45 days or whatever it is the guy said. How you think he's able to do that? Look who he's connected with. Connect the dots. Follow the money. Like Lester Freeman told us from The Wire. Follow the bread. See, a lot of y'all will say, rubber. Well, if you don't care about this stuff, just accept the surface face value of it then. But I'm telling you, it goes much deeper. You think a nigga from Columbus, Ohio, selling dope in the hood, you think he just go from doing that to now he's just making millions of dollars, control of very influential artists on global levels, careers? This is where we have to start really using our cognitive dissonance. We got to start realizing we're cognitive dissonance. We got to start using our critical thinking, y'all, and start, like I said, using our deductive reasoning and our process of elimination thinking, which was naturally given to us. You got to start really thinking critically. And until you start doing that, you ain't going to get it. You're not going to see it. But then a lot of us haven't been given the sight to see anyway. So even if you did display some form of critical thinking, you wouldn't be able to see it and connect the dots to see how seemingly unrelated things is connected anyway. Right? So when you see people like these people they put in front of us, rabble rousers, y'all hear me call them agent provocateurs, rabble rousers. You hear me? That's just what they are. That's just what Whack 100 is. I'm pretty sure he might have some reputation where he from. He might be known to do this and do that, but I know plenty of niggas just like him right here in Columbus, Ohio, right? Niggas ain't, I'm just saying, niggas don't bar niggas, man. Just like Jay Prince and them, niggas don't, don't get me, niggas got reputations or whatever respect. We know you would do this or pull up whatever, but like, so what? Like, you're not the only person that would do that, though. And I'm not saying I don't know tough guy shit. I'm just saying from the perspective of a man, like, men don't bar other men because of their I ain't never barred a nigga because who the fuck he was, man. Although, now look at this. You have to be aware of who it is you getting into it with. Right? So with that being said, respect people, but, at the same time, don't so, you feel me? And then when it comes to this whole internet thug persona, I done put work in my city where I'm from, and I did this, blah, 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 blah. That shit don't hold no weight outside of where you from, bruh. Out here in Columbus, Ohio, I don't give a damn about your gangster in fucking Pacoima, wherever you from, or Los Angeles or Chicago. I don't give a damn about that. That shit don't hold no weight here in Columbus. Right? Yeah. Just like what I got going on in Columbus don't hold no weight where you from, which is why I would never talk about it. And use it as a judgment of or a stick to measure my manhood.
Yeah, and your street cred ain't gonna never get you no business loan from no bank I know.
Man, street cred only is real in the street, but see, you use your street cred, or should I say your experience from the street is universal. So when you apply this game and you act accordingly, gang gonna recognize gang. So when you go out of town, guess what? You're gonna link up with niggas like you versus getting into it, because niggas who is men and on this game, they ain't, that ain't got nothing to do with, like being on no violent type stuff. That's feminine right there.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that, man. 100% with what you just said, man. Because at best, as straight black men, whether you are educated lame or Pookie or Ray Ray, we need each other. I can't stress that enough, because as black men, we got so much people that we got to fight out here in this world. I mean, we fighting everybody, and then you're gonna lose. You can't fight on so many different fronts, and we need our allies with each other.
We definitely do.
And that got to, in my personal opinion, that got to stop, or we finish.
John Jay. And this is another reason why I brought this movie up, y'all, because this movie Class Act displays and put onto public display the exact dichotomy ideology of the Pookie and the Ray Ray of the educated lane. This Blake Brown, Pookie and Ray Ray.
And how they work in unison to benefit both of them. I mean,
so and that's why I love this movie so much. And if you a young dude watching this and you ain't never seen Class Act, if that ain't made it to some goofy ass TV show or turn it into a rendition updated, when I hate when they doing that, man. I'm gonna do a show on that too, y'all. Why the movies just suck nowadays. You hear me? I'm gonna get into that later next week or something like that. But anyway, this movie displays that. This is the reason why I'm having this conversation tonight. This is the reason why I'm showing this right here. And it's crazy that OG brought up this because I was going to bring up my man Blade Brown. You know what I'm saying? He went to say he go to J.C. Penney's and get he was getting the polo with the and see the way he was getting or the gear he was getting was considered to be kind of nerdy, but when you think about it, this nigga was getting polo. You hear me? Fucking you know what I'm saying? He wasn't getting no bullshit. You talking about?
Nah, he was getting them nice little $75 button ups and shit.
You know what I'm saying? The nice joints. You know,
the ones that last. You can wash
Yeah.
them and press them, and they still be good.
Yeah, had a crease going down the sleeve and all that type of stuff.
Limited shrinkage.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But this movie though, and I'm glad Uncle Diggity brought that out because that's the reason why I was like I said I showed y'all that this movie was the perfect example of how Pookie and Ray Ray and as y'all say, educated lames can work together and why they should work together. As a matter of fact, how they both benefit each other working together. Right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the whole reason why I'm having this show, Obsidian, and all you non-select ass niggas, right? That I know maybe some of y'all may be looking, right? Watching. Not doing this to try to like, you know, although I'm going to do that, but this is not the main basis. Stop focusing on that. You a lame and you know you're a fucking lame, man. Stop acting like you niggas don't know y'all lame as fuck. Like y'all ain't never, like y'all like the niggas that ain't never got the bitch, man. Oh no, Coochie getting lame ass overall getting y'all niggas, man. Y'all know this, man. And it's okay. That ain't no rate or measure of your manhood. Right? Your ability or your ability to be able to get along with women is part of being a man, but it's not how you are measured as a man by us. Right? As far as like you being able to contribute. Because I know plenty of lame ass, no pussy getting ass niggas who I done sit up there and got some money with. You hear me?
Yeah. No, you're 1,000% right, but we gotta look at this from the perspective of a 13 or 14-year-old child.
And that's crazy.
Getting the girl means everything.
Right. Because this is where it starts, though. This is the reason why we use it, because this is where it starts. We get to see as younger men, you know what I'm saying, we interact with each other by our ability to attract the opposite sex, you know what I'm saying, as far because that's what, you know what I mean, when we get older and become men, you know, life becomes way more about the batch. You feel me? Excuse me, ladies. You know, y'all know I love y'all. I'm just saying we speak in general here and you know, figuratively.
But the one advice I could give if any kid is listening to you know, the Virgil Berry show and he is a lame. Well, my bad, boy. Your podcast, man.
Now the Virgil Berry show is fine, John Jay, man.
Yeah, but if any kid is listening,
oh, you went out, John Jay. I don't know what happened.
Get that. Your life is gonna be a lot easier. I mean, you know, because high school and your childhood is what? How many years? Is about what? You know, your teenage years is what, 8 years or whatever, and then you're gonna be an adult.
About 6 to 16, man. 6
yeah, exactly. And so you're gonna be a lot older than you are a lot younger. So yeah, just work on yourself, but do get game, and then all that other stuff is gonna fall in line. And I can't tell you, I grew up with some of the biggest, smoothest players. They got all the women, and then they also got all the baby mamas. I knew one dude I grew up with. By the time he was 15, he had 5 different kids. He, you know, he got all the sex, but what good did it do him? You know, he's struggling like hell now. You know, so you know, you can look at it from different angles, man. But Virgil, man, great show. I got to get on up out of here, man. I'm getting ready to clean my office. I got to hit the road, but man, great show. Thank you for letting me join.
You already know me. You always, big brother John Jay. You always welcome, man. And when this weather break up here, I'm telling you, man, I'm coming down there to rock with you in the A, man. Hey, what you say?
Yeah, I got you, man. I look forward to that, man.
You already know, man. When I come down there, I'm definitely gonna look you up, bro. So you know, you more than welcome to join, man. Listen, all my brothers, y'all are always more than welcome to come up here on this goddamn panel and speak your piece and add to the conversation, man. Whenever I'm going,
and salute to the other brothers that's on the show too, man.
You already know, John Jay, big bro. We'll holler at you, man. Take care of yourself, brother.
Yeah, one love.
John J.
Big homie, man. Build your kingdom, man. You heard the homie always tell man, build your kingdom, man. Listen here, I want to say,
build your kingdom.
Build your kingdom, man. Listen here, man. I respect all my brothers, man, because so I respect, and this is part of being a man, man. Being a man is being able to be honest about yourself. So you old obsidian ass, non-select ass, following that Pied Piper flute ass bullshit, right? You niggas have to be honest with yourself, just like how my brother Uncle Diggity, just like how me, my brother John J, OG, my brother Mr. O, how we can be honest and say, you know what? You know what I'm saying? And this is why I got respect for Jack too, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I have done simp trick shit, so you niggas ain't got to. Don't, like I say, don't get this thing twisted like I'm just purveying this idea or this image that I'm just this super rich game up dude who I just like nah, that's not what I'm saying, man. I done had, like I said, I done had bad experiences with females. I done had bad relationships for real. I done experienced that, but more often than not, I haven't though. You know what I'm saying? I had way more success with women than I had unsuccess with women. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like even, well, I'm gonna say it's even, but it's balanced. You understand what I'm saying? I had way more success than I have failure. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying when I say that is that I understand it's developing to a man that my ability to be able to interact with women and gain the favor of them, you know what I'm saying? It's a part of becoming a man, but it's not a part of being a man. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because when you work on yourself and you just do you and you just be honest about who you are, you're gonna naturally attract. That's gonna naturally attract tricks anyway. But some of y'all dudes is just so awkward and corny and weird because you haven't addressed certain things. You know, y'all delusional just like these bros. So y'all have become the bitch because y'all delusional in the head up here. You niggas be corny and lame for real and know it, but have went with the delusion that you somehow is a fly nigga. And that's just straight crazy. That's delusion. Like these bros. That's why I say you niggas have become the bitch. Psychological transgender. All right? That's why I say this, man. And I don't say it just to try to be funny or disrespectful, man. I can literally back this up. I can show you what I'm talking about. I kind of did a little bit tonight. You know, I didn't go into super depth about it, but I scraped the surface a little bit. Plus, y'all tapped in with me. Y'all know I be talking about this all the time to y'all, and I talk about compartmentalization when the mind honeycombs and breaks up due to experiencing traumatic events, right? This is where dissociative identity or multiple personality disorder come from the splintering of the psyche up into little compartments called alters, as altered states of awareness, right? Altered carbon or altered. You remember that video game back in the day on Sega Genesis called Altered Beast?
Yeah, I remember that shit.
See, we real kids of the night. Y'all, man, you remember Altered Beast, man.
Yeah, I remember that, buddy.
Uncle Diggity, my brother, you remember Altered Beast, man?
Yeah, man, the dude changing to the animal on like different stages of what
animals that they turn into, though. The animal that you would turn to. You turn into a dragon or a bear or a lion.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
You turn into a dragon, a bear, a lion, a wolf, or a tiger. Yeah. That game was dope back in the day. You hear me? I don't know about the Sega Genesis Altered Beast, man. All right. Okay, so when you think about alters, think about altered, changed, transformed. You know? I talk about this stuff to y'all all the time, man. So you non-select ass niggas, that shit come from somewhere. So I suggest that you figure out how to become a select guy, a guy that chicks actually want. How about you figure out where that trauma stems from, address it, and then live in your truth. And while you live in your truth and be truthful in it, then you could somehow come up on what the truth is, and that's this goddamn gang. And you're going to interact with these chicks, and you're going to be able to be who you are instead of be something you're not, or while being what you are, portraying like you're something that you're not. You feel me? You can actually get some goddamn attention and some interaction with girls on the level that you is able to deal with and capable of handling. Right.
A lot of you niggas is out here looking for love in the wrong place, man.
Looking for love in all the wrong
All
places.
the
Looking
wrong
for
places,
love.
man. If you a educated nigga, man, you ain't got no business trying to pick up a broad at a club or a you know, just your typical social setting or something. Yeah, you can meet her at a food spot or, you know, in passing, but typically you don't
You
want to
already
be
know prodigal son, bro. My phone, nigga. Go ahead.
good. Typically you don't want to be in the same settings if you would consider yourself that type of guy. You want to put yourself in a setting where your fucking chances of scoring something are high. And part two to that is a lot of y'all niggas got to just come to terms with what you motherfucking qualify for, like these
Right.
women, man. Like everybody want the broad on TV or the broad that look like she on TV or whatever. Everybody aspire, just like the women want all the men that's on TV or whatever the case may be. But in reality, the majority of us don't qualify for that shit. So you can come to terms with that and figure out what you qualify for. Now, if it's big broads and shit like on you and shit like that, if you only get like, you know, subpar looking women or big girls, whatever your flavor is, whatever that appears to be attracted to you, then if you're not happy with that, then obviously you have some work to do on yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
As far as appearance, character development, uh, you know, your clothes, workout, whatever. You know what I mean? It's something you got to do that should attract more. You know what I mean?
Right.
Having it necessarily doesn't qualify you. You know what I mean? You sound like a bitch when you think like that. You know what I mean? You sound like I got my PhD and I got my house and all of this and blah, 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 and I should have the pick of the litter. You sound like a bitch when you do that. You know what I mean? So back to what I was saying earlier, you know, us that have parent that have kids and shit, and you know, we all been to school before and shit. Some of us you know, clothing issues were different and shit like that.
Right.
But for the most part, when your kid has, if your kid goes to school in the hood, if your kid goes to public school, they gonna need fresh clothes.
Right.
They gonna need fresh clothes or they're gonna get ridiculed. Now,
Gonna
if your
get
kid,
blazed
it
and rope.
will, yeah. If your kids go to school like in the valley or some shit, or where it's, you know, intermingled or just a white school and shit where you can wear socks with sailboats and ducks on them and shit with shorts and just fucking little t-shirts and shit like that, and you can get by with that, then fine, that's for there. But you still have to maintain how to fucking talk to women in those settings. You have to perfect talking to those type of women, and those are the fucking type you don't just, you know, everybody wants to target the baddest, you know, whoever the fucking shit, but nigga, you don't qualify for the bitch. This other bitch right here actually likes you and actually got something going and everything and shit, and you keep stepping over her trying to get to this, you know, bitch that every nigga is targeting, and she ain't shit because everybody wants her and she knows that, so she feel like she don't have to learn nothing because everybody wants her. So it's a process with this shit, bro. Like, starting out as kids, you got to have, you know, decent clothes or whatever. That helps you fucking interact with other kids. That helps you be better socially. See, school is not just the academic thing. It's a social setting. It's where people learn how to interact with people as well as learn fucking whatever curriculum they teaching you and shit. So you may have showed up, got straight A's and paid attention to academia, but you failed in motherfucking the social setting. So that's a big part of fucking life that I think parents don't really pay attention to. I think they might just lean on, oh, well, I don't want to, oh, I don't, you know, for whatever reason, they don't want to do it. But if you think about it, that's important to who this kid is to become once it grows up and, you know, as an adult. You want a social person. You don't want an introvert. You don't want a motherfucker that's successful but don't know how to interact, can't find a husband, can't find a wife, can't, you know, that's lame.
All weird and awkward and shit, man.
That's lame as fuck. The foundation is man and woman. So if anything, you need to put your fucking child or yourself in position to be fucking compatible to something. realize what you're compatible to, and if it's not satisfactory, work on yourself. But if it is satisfactory, then rock out with that shit, man. And you know, it all plays a part. It all plays a part. So you know,
it definitely does, man. It all plays a part. Like I said, when we start looking into this type of stuff, it all stems from our childhood, right? And a lot of you non-select ass niggas, it's the reason why y'all non-select. Now it's up to y'all to do the proper work you got to do to find out why. Stop blaming these girls for not picking you, right? Stop thinking, like I told y'all, psychological transgenderism, that just because you are successful or you did go to college and you got the degree that you somehow to get you a bad bitch.
Man, a lot of
bad bitch.
You niggas is out here heartbroken, man. A lot of these bitches ain't shit, bro. Not to be fucking mean,
man, listen, man, Uncle Diggity, let these niggas know, man.
To keep it a buck, man. A lot of these motherfuckers, nigga, they don't clean up. They nasty as fuck. They don't know how to cook. They lazy as fuck. I mean, it's just it's a lot. It's a lot going on behind that pretty face and that pretty motherfucking outfit. She got all kind of
insecure.
She got childhood traumas from this, that, and the third. She insecure about this, that, and the third. She really fat under that waist trainer. She, you know, it's all kind of fucking shit. You know what I mean? Going on. Her pussy stink. Like it could be anything. Like, you know what I mean? So it ain't, you know. It ain't really like, you know, niggas should be really going to pieces and shit because the bitch didn't want to fuck with him and shit. You know what I mean? Like you, nigga, you the man, nigga. You the creator of shit. So fuck what she talking about. You know what I mean? Like for one, just to get yourself right, not completely fuck what she talking about, but you gotta establish who you are first. You know, get your identity and your level of confidence together first before you go fucking with broads and shit, because she don't, you know, I'll move you to the finish line. All she gonna do is take you for a ride emotionally and shit. Like that's all they know how to do and shit. And then you'll either fall in love or hate the bitch or y'all, whatever y'all gonna do. That's all you have to look forward to, and spending money on her and then occasionally getting a gift and shit back from her and shit like that. That's all you have to look forward to. Like it's nothing, you know, it's nothing to kill yourself over and shit, man. Get your paper. Keep getting your paper if you're getting your paper. That's rule number one, because without anything else, the paper will take care of you. If the bitch won't, the paper will. Right. So get your paper first, since for some of y'all, it's easier to get than the bitch. So get your paper first. You know, get your paper. And then if you can acquire a woman, that makes the situation all the more better. You can take care of shit. You can call shots. You can move around, yada, yada, yada. But if not, if you got your paper, you're still good. Like you don't, you know, I don't give a fuck what a bitch do. I can, you know, be here, be there, be here. I don't care. So first and foremost, get your paper, man. Work on your image, your body structure, you know, your clothes. You might be one of them, you know, chubby 3-piece suit niggas. You might be a polo sweatsuit nigga like me. Like that's my go-to. I got like 50, like every color of them motherfuckers in there. That's like my throw-on shit. But you know, just a lounge shit like that. Or, you know, your jeans and boots, your blazers, your whatever you do. You know what I mean?
Or you a fitted cap, or you a snapback.
If you
nigga like me,
okay, wait.
Don't get me wrong. I got suits and I got some stuff, but you know, on my day-to-day basis, man, I'm a unfitted graphic tee type of guy.
But see, this is what you're comfortable in. This is Virgil Berry. You know what I mean?
Right.
My phone's ringing. This is you. So this is what you're comfortable in, and this aids you in your identity. So women are attracted to that. It's not really. It's the presentation, but it's more or less the whole package, more or less, you know, than say what you got on and shit. If you a cool nigga and you know what I mean, you can hold the conversation and you know what I mean, then yeah. If it goes with your presentation, then yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, get your wares together, man. Figure out your lane. You a sweater, nigga. If you're a super grown ass man, you don't need fucking jerseys and shit if the game ain't on and you ain't watching and your flip flops with a cigar or something. You really don't need to be moving around like that. Yeah, man. Your shoe game is very important. Women in California tend to look at your shoes first. I don't know how the women are everywhere else, but
No, listen, that's a universal thing for
okay,
women. Women look you from toe to head. Women
keep
look us down up. That's how they
nigga,
look at us like that.
keep
Yeah.
your shoe game. Your shoe game will save you fucking. You could be on some bullshit and have a decent shoe game, and you can get by with the shoe game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying go spend 20,000, 2,500 on Nikes and shit like that, but make sure you got a nice. Make sure you right, bro. I mean, goddamn, it's so much. I could talk all day about this shit. It took a lot in this shit. I didn't have really no guy like that. I had to bump my head. I had to get dissed. I had to all of that shit. But I know what it takes to get a nigga over the fucking hump. You know what I mean? So it's a collection of things, bro. It's a collection of shit.
I agree with you that on that last part. I noticed that too, especially with a lot of these young boys too. A lot of y'all boys, young boys, be running around here with your pants hanging off your ass, your whole ass hanging out. That should be pissing me off when I see that shit.
I mean, I quit on
do that. I don't know what that's not sagging. What y'all doing? That's some. I don't know what that's what y'all doing called though. With your whole ass is just hanging out, and I don't know what that's called. We wasn't doing that.
Nah, that shit was that shit is fucking stupid, bro. Like, yeah, y'all little niggas, it's cool to not sag, man. Like, I taught my son, like, it's cool to not sag, bro. Just wear your shit. You know, if you need a little slack, you know, whatever, then fine. But you ain't got to be out here, you know, looking like something you not, like you about something you not. You know what I mean? Right. So, you know.
Just wear your size clothes. If you a 2X, nigga, wear 2X, bro. If you a 34 in the waist, 32 length, that's what you need to be wearing, bro. Right.
Yeah.
One thing I can say as a grown man now, man, when it comes to my clothes, I just wear clothes that are my size. You feel me?
Yeah.
When we was younger, we tend to grow for like a little bigger, but now they're like intensely making clothes a certain way, like in a certain structure. So, you know, think about that too, though, man. But anything you want to say in closing, though, Uncle Diggity, man?
Shit, nothing I ain't already motherfucking said, man.
You know, my brother Uncle Diggity, man.
Work together, bro. My father. Work together.
I just said my brother Uncle Diggity always come up, man, and add to the conversation, man. I appreciate this greatly. It's appreciated over here, man. You know what I'm talking about?
No, it's all good. Just you know, y'all niggas work together, man. Like I said, like John Jay said, man, the Pookies and Ray Rays and the fucking the educated lame niggas. I didn't even actually think of Class Act in that light, even though I seen the movie and shit. You just said it. It was like another light bulb. Like, well, damn, this is a movie about fucking Pookie and Ray Ray meets the educated lame and them working together in unison to get both of their fucking needs met. So, you know, there's merit in that, man. I think men need to fucking start being men, and just, you know, humble ourselves and know that none of us is perfect, but if we work together, we can get as close to fucking perfect as we can for all of us. You know what I mean? Why not all go? We can all win. You know what I mean? So, you know, never mind the selfish or the whatever, the day-to-day that you see on TV or the shit that they pump to you. Right. I hate the fact that brothers even get on here every day and just disrespect each other and shit on some bullshit, low key. Right. But, you know, unfortunately, that's what draws our attention. You know, if anybody, whoever hears this message, you know, this is my message, nigga. We need to fucking work together and pull all this shit together, bro. Right. Educated lames, Pookies, Ray Rays, you know, whoever the fuck, you know what I mean? And be that one superior thing, man. But that's it, man. Hey, real talk. Peace, Vert.
All right, no, Uncle Dig. I'll holler at you, bro, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, man. You already know, man. Just like my brother Uncle Diggity just was saying too, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy that OG said something about the polos and stuff, because I'm thinking like, damn, like he must have been reading my mind, because I was about to, the whole premise of the show was I was going to pull up the picture of Duncan Pierre Houston, my man Blade Brown. You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know what I'm saying, John Jay said, man, and this is why I encourage y'all to go watch this movie. If you have not seen, this is a cult classic, hood classic movie. It's my absolute favorite movie that these two guys played in with each other outside of the House Party franchise, right? think it's the only movie they play with each other outside the House Party franchise. But this movie was dope. You hear me? For lots of reasons. But not only did it show how black men, being educated lane and being the so-called Pookie and Ray Ray street guy, can work together for the better benefit of both, it also depicted their interaction with women. The nerdy, non-select, awkward socially guy got the alleged ghetto chick from the hood who you would think would be attracted to the Pookie Ray Ray character of Blade Brown. Oh, but on the contrary, Blade Brown, now watch this, y'all, being the so-called street nigga, right? He actually was very intelligent. He was immensely intelligent. And when he went to be portrayed Duncan Penderhughes, he attracted the bad nerdy girl, right? Which was Karen Parsons, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it was Karen Parsons. Yes, 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 it was. Right? Man, y'all go watch that movie. Go watch Class Act, man. It got Karen Parsons, who played Hillary from Fresh Prince, who was Blade Brown love interest. Then we got the girl that played Ricky's baby mom in Boys in the Hood, and she is so beautiful to this day. Oh my gosh, she is beautiful to this day. She played Duncan Penderhughes's educated lane love interest, right? Right? And it also showed how we all come from, although we come from various aspects on the end, you got Blade Brown and the girl who was Duncan Penderhughes's love interest coming from the hood, but then you got Karen Parsons' character, and then you got Duncan Penderhughes's character coming from where they come from. But they were supposedly to be attracted to each other off of appearance, but since Blade Brown was really Duncan Penderhughes and Duncan Penderhughes was really Blade Brown because their files got switched up, Tuck a walk with me. They come to find out that although they come from different environments, they're actually the same. And it would be better if they worked together. He helped, right? He helped Duncan Penderhughes. He helped him to get his confidence in himself. You know, he helped him how to, get some style, get some sauce, embrace that which enriches your natural ability to attract the opposite sex, dressing, keeping your hair right, keeping your gear right, knowing how to talk to women, how to interact with them, being confident. This is what females are attracted to. These are the leadership qualities, skills, attributes of being a man. Masculinity that naturally attracts women, femininity, your ability to lead, confidence, being strong, looking good, smelling good, right? You know what I'm talking about? Keeping your nails clean, keeping your shoes decent, keeping your appearance up, being an infinite-minded individual, like my man Simple used to say, rest in the essence. You know what I'm talking about? Having confidence in yourself, knowing your weaknesses, right? Knowing how to actually talk to females and women, interact with them, not awkwardly or from a place of disdain or from weirdness due to some trauma you experienced when you was a little boy, wherever you experienced it from, right? I notice a lot of you niggas are going through what I see, and they say come up with that red pill rage. A lot of you niggas is upset, and this is due to years of sexual frustration just building up. Right? Yeah, Blade Brown got the so-called good girl. She played a Poetic Justice? I can't think of her name, but she's still fine to this day. She's still fine to this very day. I'm about to get her name for y'all right now. She's still fine as hell to this day. Look at Alyssa Rogers with her fine ass. She's still fine as hell to this day, y'all. She look good as hell. Look at Alyssa Rogers is bad. She look better now than she did when she was younger. Look at her daughter. Man, Alyssa Rogers is bad. Hold on, let me pull it up on the screen for y'all, man. I don't think Alyssa Rogers played in the Poetic Justice. She did. I don't remember what part she. I just was watching Poetic Justice this weekend too. Alyssa Rogers bad, y'all. Her daughter look good too. Hold on, let me get that picture. She has not aged at all. She look better now than she did when she was younger. I'm talking about, god damn, you understand me, man? You understand me, man? When I first seen this movie, I was in love with Demeter. You hear me? Oh my God. Alyssa Rogers is 52 years young, and she looked better than most girls have her age. You hear me? Most girls have her age. Yeah, she ain't playing Poetic Justice. You thinking of Regina King, right? Ain't she cold, y'all? She don't look like she aged at all. Like her daughter, her and her daughter look like sisters. This is her and her daughter right here. Oh, this is the Facebook page. Oh, we can see all the photos. Look at Alyssa and her daughter, man. They look like sisters, man. Alyssa Rogers is bad, man. Look at her, man. She's 51, man. How bad Alyssa Rogers' ass is, man. She look better than every girl I've ever messed with in my life. At 51. all these pictures is from within the last year or two. You know what I'm saying? This is her Facebook page right here, man. Well, okay, well, this is from 2017, right? So this must be an old page that she done stopped messing with. All right. This is from September 2022 right here, though. Y'all see the date? This is September 26, 2022. This is less than a year ago. This is about 7-8 months ago. Look how bad she is. Skin, flawless. She doesn't look 52. She played Ricky's baby mom in Boys in the Hood. Yeah, she played Ricky's baby mom. Yeah, she bad, man. Y'all ain't about this, man. Listen. I'm about to start the Facebook page, man. Alyssa bad. You hear me? To be her age. She's 52, y'all. She's not a spring chicken. She like old enough to be a lot of you niggas' moms, man. If you niggas' mom looked like this when we was kids, man, your mom was getting hollered at. We was telling you that your mom is bad. All right. Look at Alyssa Rogers, man. This picture is from September 26th last year. March. This picture is less than 6 months old. This lady right here is 52 years old. She does not look 52. So yeah, baby, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, y'all need to get in contact with Alyssa Rogers and ask her whatever she doing, and y'all need to start doing whatever it is this girl's doing. Because she don't look 52. I wouldn't believe her if she told me she was 52 unless I actually knew who she was. I would not believe her. That's what I'm saying. Whatever Alyssa Rogers is doing, y'all need to get it. Y'all need to message her on Facebook and ask her what is she doing? Because she looked better now than she did when she was younger. Yeah, she was Demita in Class Act. She played Duncan Penderhugh's love interest. She was a light-skinned kid and play. She was Kid's little love interest. But y'all about to get up out of here though, y'all, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. It's been real chopping it up with y'all, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. My man in the city, and if you happen to be listening, bruh, it ain't no harm, no foul, man. Just keeping it real, man. If we all get in our lanes, man, figure out how we could work together. Figure out where our lane is at, and how we could contribute to empowering and bettering each other as men. We work so much better together than trying to, play this old Highlander King of the Mountain type stuff, man. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, man. Just like these indoctrinated broads, you niggas don't want to give up y'all's illusory ass power y'all done got through the anonymity of the internet through YouTube. Y'all don't want to give up y'all's illusory power. Y'all want to hold the gatekeeping because y'all see real niggas starting to come up in here. And y'all know this shit is about to be a wrap, man. Because once the broads start seeing the real ones, just like in high school, they're not going to fuck with y'all. Once the chicks on the internet start seeing real ones come on the internet saying some real shit, because they can tell when you niggas don't know what you talking about, but they'll sit up here and entertain and go back and forth with y'all because that's what chicks do. And you niggas is like bras. That's why y'all don't get the outcome y'all get with them, because y'all operate and interact with these chicks from their perspective. Huh? You niggas have become the bitch. You interact with the broads like you are a broad, like you're one of them. Right? In all things, be a man first, y'all, man. Be a man. Just be a man about it. You hear me? Thank y'all for coming out tonight, man. Appreciate that, man. You already know tomorrow we getting it in. Me and my brother King L gonna be a little bit late because him and my brother Fonz, they going to my brother Court's son basketball tournament. I'm not gonna be able to go because I have some things I need to take care of. I gotta go to the dentist tomorrow. I got some other stuff I gotta take care of. You feel me? So we're gonna definitely be getting into it at 7 p.m. tomorrow. We're gonna be discussing the Super Bowl and everything thereof and therein. Appreciate y'all coming out tonight. You know, tune back. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You schmeals me. You feel me? Be a goddamn man. You hear me? Before you try to be a player, a Mac, a smooth talker, or whatever it is you try to be a man first, man. You hear me? Be a man first. And everything else gonna be all right, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? Be a man first, man. You hear me? Be a man first, brothers. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's another thing too, though. The former pretty boy. That's another reason why she look good, because she made her a few little movies and got on up through. She played in Baby Boy too. No, my fault. No, she ain't playing Baby Boy. I'm tripping. She ain't playing Baby Boy. I'm bugging y'all. I'm trying to think. It's another movie. She played in Class Act. She played in Boys in the Hood. Can't think what other movies she played in. If she played in any other movies at all. But yeah, though, y'all, we about to get up out of here, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good evening, man. You know what I'm talking about? Tap in, walk with us, man. We're going in tomorrow, man.
Stacks with the facts. What up, Stacks? I got my man Mr. Guarantee on the track with me. Mr. Guarantee. Yeah. And we bringing this message to you fake woke niggas. Gotta wake these niggas up, man. All y'all out there spreading the lies and falling victim to this propaganda. Niggas believe it. They glitch. Let's talk to these niggas. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up, time to wake them up. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up, time to wake them up. I gotta set the alarm, wake you up from the slumber. Floyd and Harry, fake woke niggas, y'all dumbass niggas. Drop jewels, but people don't pay any attention. Let's be immediately, we the wake them up henchmen. A lot of times these woke niggas be really sleep. Shit, the price on a nigga's life is extra real. Only the real from my niggas, we all only. We made a living eating these rappers, nigga, bon appetit. Pause. Me and my brethren be down for the cause. We gotta come together and tear down all these walls. In illusory fault lines like racism and bring light to the woke, just like a Baptist. The congregation spoke. These niggas ain't who they claim to be. A bunch of Peter pop off. Niggas really be lame to me. Anytime you at war, it's gonna be casualties. The more we come together, it's easy to beat the enemies. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up, time to wake them up. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up, time to wake them up. Alarm clock to the woke, time to wake them up. The main initiative should be to get your cake up. You wave riding niggas need life jackets to stay afloat. Meanwhile, I'm blowing on gas straight from the ivory pass. And every post I be hitting y'all with them straight facts. The smart grid is now here, we gotta face down. While they coming with microchips and vaccinations, fake woke niggas perpetuating indoctrination. Fuck this pandemic scam. This was the damn gimmicks. Niggas will believe that they mom died if she still living. Open your eyes, nigga. You can see the lies, nigga. We gotta stop letting the blind lead the blind, nigga. And that's the biggest fact, bitch. You better tell the niggas listen till the 2030. It's gonna be hell, niggas. Fuck AOC and her new green deal. I'm Neo in this bitch. You want that red pill.